Hey Mark, Peter here. It's the learning curve of report. Want to thank you for putting out that very legitimate and helpful feedback. I think my learning curve here is to move from operating a different way than I have over the last 20 years, I suppose, since I first put my firm together and put a bunch of project architects in play underneath me who were well trained because I trained them, and then they would train each other to know about correcting things. Also to know my process. One of the first things they would always do at my behest was to draw in the footprint of the first floor, and then do an area takeoff, and then report to me whether it was accurate with the schematics or design development drawings, and then we would brainstorm about how to tweak it down if it was over. So now I need to do that in advance because I don't have that facility, and that's fine. It's just knowing that, getting that through my head. Um, I was a ski instructor, and the toughest people to teach are the ones that already know how to ski, but they do it wrong. So then they have to unlearn one thing before they can learn another. So I'm having to unlearn this a little bit freewheeling schematic design. I don't want to unlearn it altogether because it's helpful to be freewheeling when you're doing a complex schematic design. But then you have to put it into checking mode. And I like the idea of using the grid. So I was doing that when I first started working with you guys. And I like the way your dad does it. And I can always read his drawings and understand them very well. And so I'm going back to that. So since I've been doing a lot of this work, a hybrid of freestyle drafting and drawing, and then putting it into the computer and manipulating it from there in Photoshop, I decided to use the grid both of those stages to keep myself honest and to also make the drawings understandable to anybody. So now on to Reaver, which was I chose to take the information that you gave me regarding scaling and then apply it to Reaver. I've got to pick up some changes, as you know, from the owner. And I thought, well, let's check this out so that I know that it's accurate. So when it gets handed off, seems like a simple plan, it should be there. But I noticed it was creeping in size. So this plan was 3,680 square feet, all told. And that's the last one the client saw. Then they've now asked with their list of things to, among other things, move this wall over, blah, 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 different little things. So I was going to just cut and paste on these, but I thought, once I put a grid over it, I could see that this is going to be hard to do. So I moved to the next stage of development, design development stage, considering these schematics. And then let's see if I can pull this up. So I'm on floor one, and yeah. So then here's the next thing I did, which I put the grid down. I kept some of the hand sketch stuff that furniture takes a while to draw. So and I always think it's good to put furniture in because it helps the client relate to the scale of the space, and then down the line go all the way down to like where you're going to put the electrical fixtures and the floor plugs and whatnot, and it's helpful to have it in there. So I would always do that on a separate layer in working drawings, but release the documents with them in there. Just my perspective. Anyway, but then I put everything on the grid and I drew the box, which is 36 by 46, and I put everything together, so very similar to what the schematic was. But then I started to see some creep in the square footage. So the total of this effort was 3798, And I really do believe and take as gospel the policing of the square footage number for so many reasons, political and budgetary. So I thought, oh God, I don't want to show this to the client or to Mark. So I am showing it to you because it's pretty much literally what the schematic design was, with the addition of like moving these walls out and picking up the client's critiques about pocket doors and stuff. But once I saw that square footage number, I went back and said, where can I reduce the square footage? And I used to use different techniques, but one I call the bandsaw technique. Where is there fat where I could just take a slice of 1 or 2 feet right through the house? So now I saw that this closet is not really a walk-in, it's really a reach-in. So there's 2 feet there, and this kitchen seems a little big. So, and the powder room seems a little extra big. So I took a 2-foot swath out here, and then on the upper level, in the master suite area, I saw some fat in here. So I took 1 foot out of here and 1 foot through here, and that effort brought the square footage down to that's not it. Open B1. Where's B1? Well, I'll go this way. Open design development. PDF smaller. 1. Okay, so that effort put it at 5,533 square feet, this effort. Okay, so the thing that happens though is unless we adjust the 12-foot bays in the basement to be 11 foot on center, we have 2 feet on the lower level that we don't have on the upper in the garage. So maybe we can move that. I think that might work. The garage 22 feet across might well work. So let me know. I didn't change that, but right now there's a shelf on the back. So as I went through this whole thing, and see now this is a reaching closet. Powder room's not too small. Kitchen's not too small. I think that these efforts all work. The client probably wouldn't even notice them. And there we have a good number to proceed with. And I have a lot of confidence that 4-foot hallway clearance they asked for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foot for the powder room. Elevators 5 foot out to this bump, which is down the basement. So anyway, I feel good about this. We can go through the client's list of critiques. That was the overall discussion on scaling and process. And now for the specifics of this project. Client notes. So I like that first part, great job. Like to have the porch on ground level only. So that's been done on the exterior elevation. Let me show you that. Bum, 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 bum. So I took that elaborate balcony system off of it and I've retained it down at the bottom. These could be brackets, which is what I had originally, or they could be columns. And I've also done 2 other versions of this based on the photograph they've sent. So this is now, we've got a grid behind it too, and you can measure things off with that grid about head heights and stuff, but I've also labeled that. And this is what it looks like. There's another option, which is this, which is like the picture that they brought. And then there's another one that has this and the porch all the way across. So if this were this way, this shadow wouldn't be here because this would be a facing board at the wall. Speaking of that, I've got dimensional pieces that are a little bit oversized here for dimensional lumber, but I've used many times in homes like this and in this climate a plastic board material that is synthetic and pre-colored oftentimes. And I'm wondering what you used for that. You know, somebody's going to have to draw this. So I've got a drip edge with a molding underneath it, 1 by 12, and then one that's probably about 16 inches tall. So those are the type of things I'd like to refine a little bit further, so that being helpful with the drafting process, not adversarial. So then on the notes, sorry this is a long video, I bet, so far 11 minutes. Porch on the front at ground level only, would like a metal roof covering it, which is shown there. We'll text you a picture, which we've got. We'd like a concrete slab which stretches from the front of the edge of the house and extends to the length of the house under the floor to room. So I've drawn that on a later edition here. Let me close out the ones that I don't need now, so I can navigate this better. That's the one I think we're going to go with, is that B option. So I'm going to close out the A options. A options. Okay, I don't need that. That's the old layout. We added a hallway through here with a door at their request. So that's been taken care of. I don't need that anymore. And so to go back to the client notes, so the slab is on the first floor plan, and we'll get back to that. I'll show it to you. We would like to add a door the west side of the garage. On the west side of the garage. Okay, I didn't do that. I've got to put that in there. First, a man door, I imagine. We would like to increase the size of the floor room by 2 feet. Done that. Want to increase the size of the exercise by 2 feet. Have done that. Decrease the great room, dining room. Done that. Double door into the exercise room. I've done that. We'd like to be able to open the glass between the floor and a room. So I've done that. Let's just look at that one. Show you what I did. That's 0 elevation 1 PSD. Option B, FL1. Where are you? Problem is, I've got this gaming bar that has my camera right, and it's right in front of my menu. But anyway, I will show you that too when we flip to it. We would like to be able to open that up, that glass, as much as possible between the great room and the Florida room. Pocket doors wherever possible. I'll review that with you. We like the area right off the kitchen island to house a refrigerator. I'll show you that. We would like large windows in the grate and exterior room. Center wall would need to be 12 feet across. So I've got it about 10-foot openings. Okay. Second floor. Second floor. We'd like the shower to be 5 feet deep. Freestanding space. Well, I'll come back to that. Second floor. So let's go through the first floor and look at those different things, so that you're briefed on it. B, floor 2. Okay, I guess I have to go in like this. Open. R2B. Open sesame. What does that mean? It's R2B. I'm sorry, Mark. Do 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 do. Radio silence. Okay, this is the one I'm looking for. So I put 10-foot openings in here because that's what fits sort of centered on the space. Maybe we could go to 12 feet. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So we could maybe squeeze 2 12s in there, but it would be. And when I'm saying 12s, I'm 4-panel sliders, so that you have a double opening, 5 to 6 feet wide in the middle. I think they want more than that, but are they going to pay for nano walls? That's the openest thing I can think of that's in the mid-price range. So, and then I put a pocket door here. I've got some more upstairs. Didn't work here with the pantry. These are already good with the French doors. She asked for a second set into there. She asked for 14 feet in this direction instead of 12, which is what they are. As I pointed out already, here's where that slice of 2 feet came out, which I think is no harm to anything. And I tightened this up too a little bit. I put an idea for maybe a server or a piece of furniture along here because it's kind of a deep space. 10 by 14 room as requested. Alright. And upstairs, this is the smaller one that's at 3,500. Oops, that's not the right one. Well, I think that I'm going kind of long on this thing, and I think that we, I should go over that second floor. There it is. No. Second floor. No. Gosh darn it. You're so much better about flipping around files. I have to get a coach from you about how you do that. Get set up for these videos so that you're not wasting anybody's time. That would be B2. Open sesame. That's not the right one. It says second floor, but it's the first floor. I mislabeled it. Open. So that's the bigger one. I don't know what I did with it. Here we go. Okay, so I reduced the shower. I brought this wall in 2 feet to square footage, save square footage. But I bumped this out 2 feet in this direction to make sure there was room for the 7-foot tub they wanted. And they wanted a seat for 2 in the middle, which is here with a lineal drain underneath it, so this is kind of like a cantilever deal. And a shower head on both sides. So I think I hit that. I moved the dresser that was in this closet out into this space because it just gave it more hanging. And I don't know if they want to do that, but that's the way I did it. And then repeated the double 10-foot doors here and here, because I think that's what they want. I added this coffee bar, under counter sink, coffee maker, microwave above, big TV, and storage cabinet built in, so they requested that. So I think that's just about everything that they asked for, and thank you for for the feedback about being accurate. I think these drawings will be very easy to develop, and hopefully the future ones as well. All right, Mark, thanks.